Welcome back, my friends. Today's video is going to be a fun one. It's going to be all about 5 new makeup tricks that are what I might call natural facelifts for mature women. At least these are new to me. Also, I'm going to show you a selection of some of my little black jackets. I have one on. You can purchase this on Amazon if you like it. It would look great if I had my quilted shoulder bag with chains. Really, the gold does go nicely. I did another little of my favorite pastas for my grandson, Brendan, who's home from college. Mostly some makeup tricks today. Things that are perhaps challenges for us, and a couple of rabbit hole stories too. So why don't you just stay tuned and enjoy all this with me, and maybe you could tell me what you think about some of my new tricks that I've picked up from shorts and various other little things that I've watched from more experienced people, and I'm trying them out for me. I'm in a learning stage even at 85. It's taken me a while to catch on to makeup, but little by little I'm discovering some fun things that work for me. Number 1 of my new shares of things that I've picked up just watching shorts and things is a lip pencil. Now, I'd never used this really. I've tried it, but it's never seemed to work, mainly because I think I prefer dark lipsticks, and this would show up more maybe with a lighter lipstick. This is called the Hollywood lipstick, or maybe the Marilyn Monroe lip. Let's see if I can do it. Now I'm going to hold my new little mirror here with the lights. I don't put the lights on because it makes it too bright and I can't see. Now this is a dark rose. Should have my glasses on. They don't say to go down to the end. You do that later. The idea is to have some shadow or some darkness on the lower lip to make it like a pouty lip. Is that pouty? More of a circle. I guess you fill it in later. So, I don't know if I need this or not, but we're doing it. Take my lipstick and I will fill in. Now this probably isn't light enough to show up the lip pencil. But that's a lip for a mature woman with a little bit of outline. Probably would look better with the lighter lipstick. Maybe you bring it down . That makes it a bigger lip. I think the most important one that I've learned lately, and that is using one of my contour sticks. Actually, you would use probably a concealer with this, but this seems to be the right color. It has to be very light, lighter than my skin, lighter than any other product I've put on my face. And this has to do with these nasal labias, I think they're called, or the laugh lines. Whoops, the top fell off. Now this is part of my duo of contour and highlighter. And it has the highlighter on one end, and the other end is the little tight brush, which I think is really, really fascinating. So what I'm going to do, and what this hint said to do, to help take the look away of the folds, which actually form as you get older, is to fill in a line down each fold. And I'll attempt to do that now. Now, can you see how much lighter that is? I'll do it on the marionettes too. And what I'm doing, you would think that you would do the opposite, putting dark on there, but you don't want the dark. You want to get rid of the dark. So now I'm going to take the little brush. This is so cute. And I'm going to blend it out. Because I think it actually does the job better. Because my fingers are warm and it helps dissipate the lighter. So what that's supposed to do is to help those folds disappear a little. I guess you'd have to see it before and after. I think from the several times I've tried this before that it actually works. Get a light concealer or a highlighter, probably the concealer would be best, and put it on. Now also what you could do with your little highlighter stick is to put a little bit under the eyes as well. This really is more of a highlighter than a concealer, but I like to lighten up the look under the eyes as well. So I didn't put too much on. Well, that's because it's the brush end. No wonder. There we go. No wonder it didn't show. Oh, Nanny. If only we had the eyes of our youth. Now we turn it and do this. I'll probably wind up doing my finger. Get a little bit in the corner there to brighten up that end of the eye as well. Okay. Up, up. Okay. So this is one that I have not tried yet, but I'm anxious to do it. I'm putting my normal Essence, the green one, on my upper lashes now. I've been using that in conjunction with my L'Oreal Telescopic or various other ones that I think will look best on my eyelashes. But this tip concerns the lower lashes. As you know, have always been my, oh, there I go again, got something on the top. When I'm not looking in the mirror, I don't do well. So you go ahead, I keep feeling it hitting my skin, and you put your mascara on your top lid. I'm gonna look in the mirror. Okay, that's enough for that. Get a brush, a short stubby brush, and you know, some might call this the smudger. I don't know my brushes too well, but I think it might be the smudger. And I've already drawn with an eyebrow pencil a half line under here a little bit and put the darker bit of eyeshadow in the corner. So I've already done some part of the eye. But as you know, I do like that look of a lash if I could possibly get one. So they say to take a smudge brush, a little short smudgy brush, and take the mascara from the wand. We're going to see if this works. Okay, let me put it back. And then proceed to put this on your lower lashes very lightly with the smudge brush. Can you see any lashes appearing? Let me try here. That it worked on the first one fairly well, and I don't know what it did on the second one because I don't have my glasses on. So we'll see if that worked for tip number 3. Now, of the 3 tips, I do like the marionettes and the laugh lines filled in. I think that does look better. I do like the look of the brush on the lower lashes because I'm still trying to get some lashes to show up. However, the lips, with me, I think it's a no-go. I still prefer my iced amethyst plain with a little glow over the top when I'm not using the red or the copper chrome. So those are my 3 new tips that I've picked up, new to me anyway, and you could try them and see if they'd work for you. I've started to take my rollers out. Now the other 2, 4 and 5 of my new makeup tricks, new to me, is the one that I learned from Mary Glitzy Fritzy, my buddy. And she showed me how to do the strokes to make your eyebrows look natural on the inside by stroking upward. You get these little looking, hair-looking things up there. And I love the way she does her eyebrows. And I've been doing that with my little pencil. I believe it's a Maybelline, but as you know, I have to fill in the middle of my brows. And I do like the natural look, the hairy look, so I put a little bit in here, and of course the tail, just little strokes all the way down. Now, as with other things that concern your eyes, sometimes your pencil disappears and you're stroking along with the plastic and you wonder why nothing happens. Well, you just have to turn it up a little bit, right? So now we're getting something there. Now I will do on the other side as well. Thank you, Mary, for tip number 4. And of course, the last one, I have to credit my granddaughter, Ryan. As you know, I just couldn't get the eyes right. They were coming out smudgy looking, and the brows, the shadows weren't looking right at all until my granddaughter said, Nanny, what I want you to do is to put some powder, skin-looking powder over the whole eye up to the brow and get it powdered. Make sure that your creams are all sunk into your skin. No creams, want a nice powder base. And then you can go on with your powder matte eyeshadows. Now I can eventually get around to a little sparkle in the middle, but I don't want to go there yet because this is working so well for me. So that has been a godsend to me too. So my 5 tips of facial makeup that make me look a lot better and perhaps perform a natural facelift. What do you think? By the way, I got rid of the liner. That tip I'm throwing in the trash. I just prefer my normal, maybe a little dark under here with some contour might be nice. But I don't think I'm the line light because I do like more of a natural look. Now, I do have a couple of funny stories, and this goes along with one of the challenges of life in keeping up with your mature maintenance and keeping your teeth as white as you can. And as you know, I haven't done them lately, and I'm sure it shows, but I do use these Crest strips, and I've showed them to you before. I put it in the description box, and it helps. It really helps. Sometimes I have a little device that you just put in, and it's a red light or blue light. I can't remember the color. I leave it in while the strips are on my teeth. Usually leave them on about an hour. Normally it says half an hour, but I know they whiten my teeth. A lot of you have noticed that, but I haven't done it in a couple of months. So this goes along with my teeth whitening hint of maintenance. I was in the John the other day and sitting. We have a couple of trees in back of the cottage on a hill, and Micah is going to take them down because they're a problem on the hill. We're always worrying about whether they go over the house and they interfere with the chimney. So Micah is going to have them sawed down. So I was in the John the other day sitting and just thinking as I sat, and I heard some noise. And I thought, oh my goodness, Micah has started the sawing. And I couldn't figure it out because it was a bit of a drizzly day. And so I thought, gee, that's great. And the noise went on and on and on. I could tell it was somewhere definitely a lot stronger from the back of the house, which faces a hillside in the back. So when it came out, I said to Moose, wow, great news. Micah is having those trees in the back of the cottage cut down, and we can start using the fireplace again, maybe 1 or 2 times before the nice weather comes. So a day or 2 later, Moosey was in the John. He came out, he said, you know, I hear sawing again. Well, in the meantime, I did go around the back of the cottage that day, and I didn't see any action of sawing down trees whatsoever. I couldn't figure it out, and I meant to ask Micah that. So Moosey said he thought he heard it when he went in the John a couple days later too, but with the mystery of having the trees sawn down. So yesterday morning, I was in the John again, and all of a sudden, the sawing noise started again. And I thought, am I going crazy or what? I looked out the little window, no sawing. And as I stood there in front of the mirror, washing my hands and my face, I happened to see the shelves behind me through the mirror. And there sat my electric toothbrush in a mustache cup. Yes, I do collect those too. Sitting on the shelf, just buzzing away. And guess what it sounded like? Exactly like sawing down a tree. Well, I've had this electric toothbrush for quite some time, a couple of years, and it's always worked. But lately it's been doing on and off, and sometimes I have to brush my teeth by moving my hand around. Sometimes it works, but I always would presumed I pushed it off. So that's my rabbit hole story of the toothbrush that goes on whenever it wants, not necessarily when it's in my mouth. So that's one story. Now, you all know what this is. And by the way, I have not gotten around to this yet because my maintenance day has not come yet this week. Well, actually, it hasn't come for a while, my periodic maintenance. And as you know, as I was talking about the other day, these little suckers here are part of that maintenance challenge that we go through periodically. Well, I was telling Moose that I was about ready to have my day, but it's been so busy with the physical therapist coming and going and decorating my mantle for Easter, which I hope you like. It's a bit busy and non-natural, but the little kiddos that will be stopping in within the next week or two, we hope, will enjoy it. And I do have a beautiful cross on the front door, which I put up every year too, which of course is the real meaning of Easter. But I'll just tell you this quickie too. So I was telling Moose that part of I said, gee, you know, it's amazing about these little chin hairs coming out like this. I've really got to get them going. And mine are pretty much white now. And so Moosey says, yeah, I really notice them when we're outside in the sunshine. You can really notice them. And I thought, duh, Moosey, why don't you tell me that when we're out there? I know that, but you know, you don't even think about that. There's so many things to think about. But there my Moose sees me in the sunshine with my little white, I said, well, he said, yeah, there's about 7 or 8 of them. Can you believe that? A hubby that lets you run around with 7 or 8 little white whiskers on your chin? Go figure. Well, Brendan is home for spring break from college, and I always give him his pasta salad that he loves. And my holy grail of chopped onions, I still will finish the onion and probably put more in, and celery, all kinds of celery, including some of the leaves from the top. Some cheese, which I cube, put that in, and the easiest one I buy are these. You can do any kind of a cheddar. and olives. Chop up the olives. And those are the basic ingredients. And then I will start doing my mix. For now, I'm just going to add maybe a third of the pasta in. It's easier to mix it little by little. First, I drizzle this in because it's always so good. The zesty Italian just gives it a zip. Mix that around a little bit. Now I'll mix in the mayo. And the mayo is probably the main ingredient. Now, the only thing I forgot to get was the pepperoni, which I will get before I give it to him today. Add a little olives. Add a little of the cubed cheese. At this point, you can start putting some of your herbs in and the rest of the pasta. Now, as you can see, this is a big bowl of pasta, but remember, I'm keeping some for us. Now, I just threw in the rest of the pasta. It's almost a nice, full, big bowl full. And you can continue adding your spices. I did add a little more mayo because I prefer it to be a little more moist. I still see tons of cheese. I see lots of olives. And, of course, the celery and onions are really what gives it a good taste, too. I think you will all enjoy it, especially the new people. It's not hard to do, but it's so tasty. I even threw in a little paprika on top. Now I'll mix that in. But there you go. Nanny's favorite pasta salad.
The only reason I came back was for Nanny's pasta.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thanks, Brendan.
Thank you, Nanny.
So this particular gabardine lightweight stretchy jacket can be worn zipped up in the front with the nice gold zipper, or open and perhaps a small necklace. I love this jacket, and it is available on Amazon for you if you like it. Love the detail on the sleeves too. As you can see, it's short. It has a pointy front to it, and I just have it on with an old pair of pants right now. But I am very pleased with this jacket, which just came in the mail last week. I've paired this one with that Ralph Lauren very sparkly, well, it's a sheen to it, and it's a full skirt. This jacket I've paired with some faux leather jeggings, and since it's a military style, I thought that would look nice with those. Whereas this new jacket, I have a pair of pants that I bought recently for an event, but these are accordion pleated trousers, full leg trousers with that ruffly look on the end, and I just love these. This one is a cotton woven jacket. It could go very well from winter to spring, and it has somewhat of a tuxedo lapel that goes all the way down the front, doesn't button. I have put one of those little clips on here. And the last one I want to show you is also a Karen Scott, quite old as well. I've worn this for years. At Christmas time, I went back to the Dollar Tree yesterday because I needed more of those hanging eggs. They didn't have any more of those, but I did run into Ross and I found this really cute plaque. This is on a board. You can see the board here, and it has these metal flowers and a nice big bunny. I think I did tell you that Colleen crawled all over the tubs and got back to where all the wreaths were hanging. And I did find my Easter wreath that I've had, I think last year or the year before. It's when I got that. I do have doctor appointments tomorrow. We have an eye doctor appointment for Moosey. We have a blood work, I believe, tomorrow for Moosey. And we're going to have a little outing. We're going to go out for breakfast in between the two appointments, and then perhaps go to Lowe's to have Moosey actually get out of the car and come into Lowe's, and I will probably take him in our transport wheelchair so that he can enjoy all the flowers and all the things that are blooming right now, because Our garden is not as full as we hoped it would be at this point, and he's been ordering a lot of flowers online, and I thought it would be fun for him to just get out. So we have a little outing tomorrow, and I guess that's it. That's our outing. We might even get a yogurt, which we've been looking forward to. Welcome to all our newcomers. Thank you so much for subscribing. I hope you're enjoying all of our videos, and those of you who have joined us recently are just binging on everything. Thank you so much for that. I'm so happy that you're all here with us, and I love all your comments. Thank you to everyone for your comments. So goodbye for now. Everybody get your Easter things going. So goodbye for now. Love you, and God bless us all.